Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1431, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Who was also known as the Scourge of God? Attila the Hun. Which U.S. president had his sister initially serve as First Lady? Answer: Grover Cleveland. His sister, Rose Cleveland, took on the duties of First Lady until he married his bride Frances in June 1886. Choux and phyllo are types of what? Pastry. What is the easternmost U.S. state capital? Augusta. A rainbow has how many colors? 7. Red, orange, indigo, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Who released the album Brothers in Arms? Dire Straits. What was the nickname of American frontiersman Christopher Houston Carson? Kit. What is the heaviest of the 3 swords used in Olympic fencing? Ep. Who famously said Dr. Livingstone, I presume, in 1872? H.M. Stanley. What object marks the ceremonial location of the South Pole? Answer: a red and white striped pole. Which artist did Matisse and Picasso call the father of us all? Paul Cézanne. What musical instrument did Helen play on the TV show Wings? Cello. In which present-day country is the site of the Battle of Waterloo? Belgium. What is the most common surname in South Korea? Kim. How many of the gifts in the song The 12 Days of Christmas include humans? 5. What John Ford film featured John Wayne, Shirley Temple, and Henry Fonda? Fort Apache. What U.S. city was destroyed by an earthquake in 1906? San Francisco. How many players are there in a standard baseball team? 9. Which ocean does the Zambezi River flow into? Indian. What movie was partially inspired by Gene Shepard's unpublished story Flick's Tongue? A Christmas Story. What number does the Roman numeral LXX denote? 80. What is the leading female singer in an opera called? The prima donna. When was the steam turbine invented? 1st century AD. What are Italy's 2 largest islands? Sicily and Sardinia. Any color plus white is called what? A tint. Maya Angelou spoke at the inauguration of which U.S. president? Answer: Maya Angelou recited her poem On the Pulse of Morning at President Bill Clinton's first inauguration in 1993. What were barcodes first used for? To label railroad cars. What kind of scientist was Linus Pauling? Chemist. What tunnel does Tony Soprano use in The Sopranos opening credits? The Lincoln Tunnel. What song was originally called Defense of Fort McHenry? Answer: The Star-Spangled Banner. For which automotive innovation is Ralph Titore best remembered? Technology basis for cruise control. What is the capital of Portugal? Lisbon. Which electronic duo did The Weeknd collaborate with for his song Starboy? Daft Punk. Havana is the capital of which country? Cuba. What is a family group of warthogs called? Sounder. What actor was the executive producer of the mystery series Push Nevada? Ben Affleck. In 1980, what executed man was added to the Anglican Church's calendar of St. Sir Thomas More. Who was the first Chinese-born player to actually play in an NBA game? What is the only nation that borders both Belgium and Spain? France. What is the Big Dipper known as in England? The Plough, whose famous balloon says State Fair Omaha on the outside? The Wizard of Oz's. Who fought in the French and Indian War? Answer: France and Great Britain. Also known as the 7 Years' War, the conflict involved the French and British fighting over North American land rights. What ocean is the island of Madagascar located in? Indian. Who played the female lead in the film Man on Fire? Dakota Fanning. Who uttered the line, "Who am I? Why am I here?" during a debate? James Stockdale. Oil wrestling is the national sport of which country? Turkey. What does the Ring of Fire surround? Pacific Ocean. What original literary work was the movie The Door in the Floor based on? A Widow for 1 Year. What planet was named after the goddess of beauty? Venus. What kind of dinosaur is the Flintstones dino? A Snorkosaurus. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.